Hi guys. So one of the things that I notice when I talk to people about how racehorses are started is that they really don't have a very good understanding of it. And so this might be important if you have an off-the-track thoroughbred, or you have a horse that started at the training track but never made it to race, or just starting babies in general, because it can be a really clever and efficient way of doing it. Now, of course, there are lots of different ways of training a baby racehorse, and everybody has a different way of doing it, and there's lots of different stages. And so we're just going to go see one small piece of the puzzle today. I am here at the Camden Training Center in South Carolina at Ashby and Mickey Preger's barn, and they have been kind enough to let us come up and take a look. So it should be fun.
My dad wintered in Camden in the early 60s.
Okay.
The early 60s. So he used to keep a string in New York and a winter string here in Camden. But this used to not be a yearling center. This is where all the trainers came with their older horses to give them the winter off. I mean, you might break 3 or 4 horses in your barn, but most of the other horses were older horses. Then I graduated from college and went to work for Frank Whiteley for 8 years.
And where were you based for that?
I worked for him here at the training center, on his farm, and a little bit when he worked for Calumet. He was a general manager. Yeah. So after I got out of college, the very next day, I went to work for Whiteley. I learned a lot. Learned how to work hard. Started galloping horses when I was 14.
When you were 14?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It was quite a long time.
Did you ride other horses before that? Like, did you ride ponies and show horses? Or
I rode the pony on the racetrack, and then I rode junior hunters for a while. I didn't really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I always wanted to work with racehorses. Well, it's just more exciting.
Good.
I like working outside.
I like working outside too.
Yeah. I graduated with an accounting degree and didn't want to sit behind a desk.
Yeah.
So it's a good lifestyle, good living.
Good.
It's good living.
How do people find you? How do you find your clients?
Vanessa, I've had the same clients for I don't know how many years. Some of them for over 20 years.
So I don't know how much you can see here, but that's their lovely turnout area. So they have a whole bunch of round paddocks. The round paddocks are here so that they don't have corners to get hung up in. So if they gallop around, they don't end up tight in a corner. They can kind of keep going and not do such sharp turns. And also some of these horses grew up in such big fields that they actually don't know what fencing is. So they have to learn it just a little bit here, and the curved panels make it so much safer for them and easier to learn about it. Have a little play back there.
Be still. Hey, mama, who else you got? Huh? Who else you got? That's you don't pay your makeup. I knew you'd get him.
Mommy, how long have you been rubbing horses?
Me?
Yeah.
About 40 years.
Wow. How'd you get into it?
I was born, like on the farm.
Mm-hmm.
I started working with the horses. I used to ride ponies when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I just want to point out here too, you'll notice they have like a little spring chain here at the bottom. You can just see. And that's so that the default for the door is shut. So they can open it and go in, and it will close on its own, and they don't have to worry about it swinging open or hanging on the hinges. You'll notice he picks the horse's feet out too from the same side. So he picks the right and the left foot out from the same side, which is a bit of a safety issue. So these horses are handled from the left more, and just crossing in front of their face and behind their legs is just maybe a temptation that you don't need. Since they're learning and they're well fed and they're in good spirits and healthy and excited to be in such a new school. So if you would show like your bridle and you would explain like why you use this bridle.
It's got a D bit.
Yep.
Like a snaffle.
Yep.
Regular snaffle with
Yep.
a D. And the reason that we have that I use long cheek pieces is that to stop the bit from sliding through the mouth.
Perfect.
We use a chin strap. So this strap is like somebody can lead the horse like that. Once the horse gets experienced, they can hold that strap. And if they're going into the starting gate at a race, then somebody could grab that and lead the horse with that. And we use just
Nice heavy reins.
heavy reins with a buckle, and these have some steel inside.
Do they?
Yeah, so that when the horse is pulling a lot, it doesn't rip stitches or break. And then we're using
Nice double stitching.
yeah, double stitching, and we use this piece as
To keep everything contained.
together, keep
Yeah.
it together.
And no noseband, I notice.
Well, we're not used nosebands.
Yes.
We're not using them yet
Mm-hmm.
because they're just still babies. Probably in, the next couple of weeks, we'll be using the noseband. And when we put the noseband on, we'll be keeping 2 fingers so it's not too tight. So the noseband will be going in here. And some people are using these rings.
Yeah. And that attaches to by the chest.
Attaches to the chest I'm going to separate so you can see it.
Yeah, that's great. I'll come and watch you tack up too, so that'll be easier too. Yeah, a yoke.
Yoke just goes around the neck. Here comes a horse.
Yeah.
I think that's
Isn't he handsome?
that's a baby. That's Pipe Rules. A very big horse.
And now they go by the stallion name, correct?
Now, some have names and some go by the stallion's name and
Or the dams.
or the mother's name.
Yeah. And some have names already.
Some have names, some have not
Okay.
names because they're so young.
Yeah.
So this is going around the neck, and I'll probably hold on to that.
I'm gonna have to-
I'll hold on to the rein. I'll hold on to the rein, and I'll hold on to the yoke at the same time.
Yeah.
Something like
Also
that.
known as an oh shit strap.
No shift.
Oh shit.
Oh.
That's what we used to call it.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
an oh shit strap.
I don't like it too loose because if it's too loose, it's too slidey.
Yeah.
Slides. If it's too tight, it's too tight on the horse.
Yeah, like a handle. Let's have a look at your saddle and your stirrups and everything.
It's got
Yeah.
elastic on the ends.
Uh-huh.
Elastic on these ends. Elastic, double elastic.
Uh-huh.
Elastic on both sides. These girths are made by the Amish. Regular English stirrup with pads.
Yep. And you have a sleeve on your girth that you change with each horse
Just change
Yeah,
the
so-
sleeve.
for cleanliness.
Well, yeah, cleanliness will change the sleeve because if they sweat, then it gets in here, and we have
Yeah.
and we these go into the laundry every day. Now,
Let's see your pads. What pads do you like to use? Excuse me. The felt pad.
felt pad on top.
And then a nice squishy foam.
Foam pad below it, and
And a baby pad that you change to.
Sorry?
And the saddle pad that you change to
Yes.
every set.
Yeah, the saddle towel.
Yeah.
Change. Yeah, this, and then these go in the laundry every day.
Yeah.
Now, and the next thing is, now the babies. These are still babies. We ride them with the halter on and the bridle over the halter, and then we can lead the halter when they come out of the stable. We can lead with the shank, and when the rider's ready to go.
How about your safety equipment? You have a helmet and your vest.
Yeah, and I've got.
How long have you been galloping for, Simon?
Since I was 4.
Yeah. Wow.
I guess I'll not tell you how old I am now, but it's.
We'll take a educated guess at 40.
Keep going up.
So you have a crash vest, a temporary crash vest, which I actually really enjoyed riding in mine. And what brand is that?
Charles Owen.
Charles Owen Skullcap?
Yeah, it costs about $160 to $180.
But they are comfortable.
But it'll save you. It's very scientific. It'll protect your head. I'll put some pads inside so it doesn't slip.
So it fits well. I like your custom cover too.
Yes, Mickey provides these for all the riders.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Except he's ran out of them at the moment. Because riders like to take them when they go up north.
I believe that.
This is my t-shirt from Monmouth Park.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
I was at Monmouth Park 2 years ago.
Fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Let me see your bat too while you're at it. Your bat.
Oh.
Awesome. So you have a little riding bat, which really is not for hitting them, right? It's more for steering and keeping them organized.
For me, I might tap, tap. Even when I was in a race, I would just go tap, tap, tap 3 times and then finish like that. And for babies, sometimes you'd be calm. If they see something that scares them, you go slow. And then if they just keep on, you might try tap, tap, tap. Or then another horse might come by and give you a lead. So, it's not for hitting. We don't hit them here. Anybody that hits them is no longer here.
Yeah, that's the truth.
I better tack up now.
Excellent. Okay, I'm going to come with you actually and come and watch.
Hey, boy. Oh, a good boy. Hey. I'm going to knit today. I'm going to knit. And look, he likes to eat it.
He likes to eat
Stop
it.
now.
So you have him hooked to the wall there on a chain with a baling twine.
Yes, he's been.
Yep. And he knows how to tie.
Yes, he's been brushed, and he went out in the paddock this morning, and he's been out for 2 hours while we clean all the stables.
This is a colt.
This is a colt.
This is a colt. And he's a yearling. Good.
It's owned by a big stud farm in Kentucky.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay, foam pad. So it's saddle cloth. Foam pad. Folded over, felt. Here's the withers.
Perfect.
Here. So some people throw the girth over, but it can hit them in the leg.
Right.
And then it'll ruin them. So you just kind of go lower it gently so it doesn't strike the leg, because this buckle can hit that tendon.
Yeah, which is painful.
Yeah.
All right, John.
Yoke, stop.
And I noticed one of the things that I noticed with the racing tack versus just riding tack is we like to set them a little bit further forward in the racing tack, but it is just a half tree. So there's only half a tree in there, so you can afford to kind of put them forward, and also because they're younger and they're racehorses, the balance is further forward. Yep, that's perfect.
This is the tree, and it's actually half a tree. It's
Yeah.
inside the saddle. It doesn't have a full tree. Now here's the thing. A lot of racing people, they want to set the thing up here.
Yeah, which is a little too far.
And basically the rider's on the edge of the cliff. So I'll make sure that it's set in the right place.
Yeah, that's a great point. You always want to double check your own tack where it's fitting.
Yeah.
To make sure it's safe, because even if somebody's educated does it, you're going to have your own way of liking to do it.
If the saddle is too far forward on a baby, it'll make them buck. Jump.
Oh yeah, yep, that's a good point too.
Yeah. Oh, stop it. Don't hit.
That's good. How you doing?
Good morning.
I'll throw, I call this US pony racing when I do this. I get the stirrups down and I'll cross them.
So you're ready to go when they come out?
And ready to go.
Yeah.
Put the bridle on now. Stop.
Yeah.
Don't hit. He's already had his feet picked, brushed the horse. Back boy. Joe, take a turn. Look at you like this. There, I'll put you back on. No.
How long have you been working for Mickey for?
I worked here for 4 years ago for his father. Won the Eclipse Award years ago, and then been here a year now on my return.
Neat. Yeah, I saw you tied a knot in your reins too for double safety and to make them short enough.
Yeah, shorten the reins a little bit, and I'll show you another reason for this knot.
Okay.
I always loosen the bridle up so that when you put it on, it doesn't pinch their ears.
Yeah.
Loosen it up so it's like, make it, and then tighten it up when it's on.
Perfect.
Back boy.
You got a rope?
Now they can't see you. I have a rope too.
You do.
Simon, we're going to take a turn, and get up on the back side of the shed. Okay?
Yes, Mickey.
That's just, he's just so cute,
Oh
yawning.
yeah, he's a nice one.
Hold the bit like that. Put your thumb in the side of the mouth. Open the mouth. Chin strap up. And I always do this. Grab the right ear first and point it. Grab the left ear, point it. Some people just rip right over the top and pulls their ears. They don't like having their ears pulled. This is the throat latch. You want to put your hand in the throat latch.
John, you ready, man?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm coming. I'll be there in a minute. One hand in the throat latch.
Good. That's a good trainer.
Oh, come on.
This is a half brother to a horse named Synchrony who was just retired to stud. They're taking a turn getting up on the backside, and then we're
Okay.
going to do a little jogging in the shed to get their backs down before we go to the woods.
Do you cook oats? Is that what that is?
Boil, we feed a mash every night.
Oh, isn't that nice?
We actually boil flaxseed, hot flaxseed,
Yeah.
and use the The flaxseed boiled down is linseed oil.
Very cool. I haven't seen that since I lived in Canada. That's neat.
Yeah, we've been doing it for years. I'll always feed them mash. Yeah, we use the water off the flaxseed water, and then take the excess flaxseed and separate it in between all the feed tubs, so they all get a big dollop of hot flaxseed too.
Nice. What else do you feed with it?
Well, we have our sweet feed. We have milled for us. It's we can add and take away things, you know. So it's milled for us and Aiken. And then we feed salt, baking soda, electrolytes, and then, like I said, the hot water with bran and the dollop of flaxseed, and 5 to 6 ounces of corn oil. And then we feed breakfast. So we feed breakfast.
Sneak around the back.
Go ahead.
Shit, you brought him out first.
Yeah.
You stopped back here.
It's just so lazy sometimes. I'll get lazy now.
So they're just jogging in the shed so they can make sure that everybody's safe, and they use the shed to help keep them a little bit contained. It's a safe area for them, and it's got walls and a small turning area. And now they're gonna head out and train.
We're gonna come right by you.
Awesome. And I'm in the way, so I have to move.
You're okay.
All right, I'll see you when you get back.
Yeah, let us get this one.
Have
done.
fun.
As good as our other Vic. We trot for 1 mile. The first day we trotted outside.
You went down to the woods?
Pardon me?
You went to the woods?
We went to the woods and trotted a mile.
Good. How was that?
First day in the woods.
How was that?
Perfect.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes.
Good boys.
Warded him off already. He's not even warm.
Oh,
So-
good.
He'll be here till May.
He'll be here till May.
Yeah, so we have a long time to get him fit.
Excellent.
We're not racing, we're not rushing. They're developing, they're growing, the bones are getting stronger. He's a lovely horse.
Good.
Called Full Marks. Full Marks.
I guess he got full marks today.
Yes, he's got full marks. In fact, he had full marks the day he arrived because the Pin Oak stud trained him before when he was just started. And they own him.
Excellent.
Lovely horse. I expect big things from this horse.
That's exciting.
I like the disc. He's got a wide head. I like that.
I do too.
Yeah.
He's so cute, isn't he? Look how sweet he is.
Yeah, he's adorable.
Check this guy. Thank you.
Come on, big boy. So we'll walk the turn around and jog the wrong way there, Simon, okay? Then we'll go out in the paddock for a little jog. Yeah. Was he good?
Coming back, he asked me the truck and kind of looked at it.
Is that
He
right?
looks at everything. He seen that bucket that was on the ground.
Now, Mickey, why'd you turn him around to jog this way today?
He had a bad wolf tooth, and he was very reluctant to go to the left. So we had the wolf teeth removed, and we're just trying to get him over that middle side.
That makes sense.
It was bothering him. So he's real happy going. I mean, he'll go both ways now, but we just kind of sticking to the routine that
Sure.
started him going better. He had a wolf tooth in a very odd spot, pressing on another tooth. He's a sleeping giant. The only thing I stopped doing, and I stopped doing it because I can't find too many people to do it anymore. I don't drive my horses anymore. What we'll do is we'll ride them in the stalls for probably almost 10 days.
Ride him in the stalls.
Just turning.
For about 10 days.
Just turning.
Yeah.
But
Before you bring him out of the shed.
Yep.
Yep.
So we don't do any line driving, which I love doing. All right, Simon, keep walking that way, and we'll come out this turn.
Through. Come through. Coming out.
All right, Simon, I'll go over there. Simon, that's fine for today. So we'll do that on Monday, and then Tuesday we'll join them back up. Yeah. And they'll be ready to go to the woods.
How long have you had these horses in train? This particular horse in training?
Vanessa, we take a lot of time with them now.
Yeah.
I mean, we got most of our horses October 1st, and it's the second, third week of December. We just take a lot of time.
Good.
And no rush.
Oh boy.
Come on, Pipe.
Attracted to you. Oh, baby.
This is an Empire Maker. So all these horses here, Vanessa, I've had broke all the mothers.
Okay. Oh, isn't that fun?
You have to excuse our manes, they're due to be pulled. That horse in that stall right there, the spikes, Magley Linda's sister, I broke his mom 22 years ago. She won the Florida Oaks. She was a really good filly. Oh, spooky. Oh.
I got him, Rich.
Spooky wait.
Oh.
Oh boy. Let me see.
All right. Thank you.
As long as there's a rub rag.
So just a quick note for why they're doing it in the shed is it's a tight, contained area that they're very comfortable in. They walk here, they live here, and it's been made safe as possible with padding and cones and things like that. So this is a good place for them to feel confident and contained.
What kind of camera?
It's a And so this group is a little bit more ahead of the other group. He said they were maybe a week ahead of the other group, so they're heading out into the woods, which is a 3/8 track with some terrain. It's nice and sandy, and it's got trees mostly on both sides, so they're nice and contained. And you notice Mickey is leading the way, so he's sort of the lead horse here. It helps, gives him some confidence. So Mickey walks them around until there's trees on both sides so that they get, having a person there is going to give them a little bit of confidence and security before they head off. Having the trees on both sides helps them with steering and sort of feeling like they're in a safe, enclosed area. And having the two there gives them confidence because they've got a buddy to be with the whole time.
Joy. The kitten's Joy's in front, Chestnut, and the Empire Maker's in behind.
And so the braver horse gets to go in front and give a lead to the slightly more nervous one.
Picking up the gallop, we'll always pick it up down there and just gallop up the hill and then jog it out. You know, it's a perfect place to start the canter on the horse up the hill. They're way less apt to do anything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk in front. I'm gonna walk them up the hill.
Okay. Well, he likes being in front better, huh?
Great. Really, the only problem we had was the skunk. First time seeing it.
So and then they turn in so they don't rush off the track. So they learn to turn in and wait and stand there and think about everything and it helps them learn some patience and not to dive off the track.
Yes, put lime on top.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
And then they'll walk home a different way up the hill. With Mickey giving them a leave again.
Drink, 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 drink. He rides like an older horse. He's only
He
been
does.
here not that long.
He's lovely.
Yes. I feel like you could put a child on him already. But
He's a good baby.
the class racehorses are generally are this way when they're younger. Come on, baby.
They're going around one more time, I think.
Okay.
And they will come in.
Okay.
So I had so much fun working on this video at Mickey's that I forgot to film an outro until after I'd already left. So I'm going to give you a little bit of follow-up information here. I put some information in the description about training young horses, as well as a link to more information on Mickey and some of the other things we talked about. Mickey has been kind enough to let me come back in a month and see where the horses are training then, so keep your eyes out for that, as well as a video on the Camden Training Center, which is where Mickey trains out of, and a little bit about my connection to it. Mickey and Ashby and everybody there, thank you so much for letting me come. I had such a fun morning, and it was a real pleasure to be around so much good horsemanship and such a high level of skill. I had the best morning. And thank you all you people for watching, because I really appreciate it. This is a project that is near and dear to my heart, and I appreciate that you guys are all coming along with me on it. So have a great rest of the day. Bye.